remember sitting in my doctor's office and she asked me how much I was drinking. I told her 1 drink a night, thinking I was doing something great for my body. I was like in the healthy red wine category. And she looked at me and said, "That's way too much. You should have maximum 1 drink per week." I left the office with a massive eye roll, thinking she doesn't know, she doesn't get it, she's not up on the information. But here's the thing, I'd open a bottle of wine at 5 p.m. just for me. And let's be real, it was a lot more than 1 glass, almost every night. So here's the question I was afraid to ask. After years of drinking every day, is it too late to undo the damage? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the science of what actually happens when you stop drinking. I'm covering the 9 shocking changes that are not being shared anywhere else. Plus, at the end, I'll show you 6 easy hacks I personally use to make drinking less super easy. Let's start with your heart, because I thought drinking, especially red wine, every day was really good for my heart. I was 100% believing that red wine helped me melt away cholesterol in my arteries. But here's the one thing that surprised me the most. Drinking, even a little bit every day, raises your blood pressure. What's really happening is alcohol constricts your arteries, making your kidneys hold extra water and salt. Talk about bloating. Alcohol destroys nitric oxide, which is the molecule that relaxes your blood vessels. And your arteries can tell the difference just from a half a drink. A 2025 study from the American College of Cardiology found that even small shifts in intake, just a half a drink a day, can raise your blood pressure over time. And everyone thinks it's just salt. Not true. What happens when you stop? Within a week, your blood pressure starts to drop. By 2 weeks, it's noticeably lower, and you might even see a few points down on your numbers. On average, after a month, you can expect a 6% lower blood pressure. For a lot of people, that's a big deal, enough to reduce risk of stroke and heart disease. And the more you're drinking, the bigger improvements when you stop. So your heart's healing, and that's great, but a healthier heart wasn't my main concern, because what's the point of having a healthier heart if I can't even remember why I care? Which brings me to the question that kept me up at night. Did I permanently shrink my brain? Am I heading to faster dementia no matter what I do? Can it be undone? Because the research shows that chronically drinking literally shrinks your brain. It thins the white matter, inflames your brain's support cells, and makes your brain look 10 years older on MRI scans. Doctors literally describe alcohol brain as looking like pickles in a jar. But here's where the research gets really interesting, and this is information that completely changed my perspective. Your brain can actually physically recover from alcohol damage more than you realize. MRI studies of people who stop drinking show something incredible. Brain volume actually increases just after 4 weeks of not drinking for 4 weeks. Research followed people for 7 months and found that 25 out of 34 brain regions had returned to nearly normal thickness. In some cases, their brains were almost 100% back to normal. For some people, stopping drinking can reverse your biological brain age. And most of this recovery happens within the first month. So your brain can literally start unpickling itself. But what I found next made me furious, because unlike brain damage, there was something doctors had known about for decades and nobody told me. Because alcohol is classified as a group 1 carcinogen, a cancer-causing agent. Yeah, the same category as asbestos, mustard gas, and tobacco. It's been classified this way since 1987. And alcohol is linked to at least 7 different cancers, including breast cancer. Think about it. We literally dip surgical instruments in alcohol because it kills everything it touches. Well, the same molecule is being poured daily over your mouth and throat, esophagus, and stomach lining. Drinking causes DNA damage through something called acetaldehyde, the toxic byproduct your body makes when it breaks down alcohol. And for the breast cancer specifically, even low levels of drinking are associated with up to a 7 to 10% increase in breast cancer risk per drink per day. The research is clear. There's no cancer-safe amount. Even the US Surgeon General put out an advisory in 2025 sounding the alarm. And I 100% believed my nightly glass of wine was good for me. But don't be scared, because as soon as you stop drinking, your body shifts into what I call anti-cancer mode. The moment you quit, the DNA damage from acetaldehyde stops. Oxidative stress from the alcohol metabolism drops. The hormones estrogen, IGF-1, which turbocharge tumor cells, normalize and go down. In one study of 94 moderate to heavy drinkers who went alcohol-free for 1 month, levels of growth factors linked to cancer development dropped by up to 74%. Large human studies show your cancer risk keeps dropping the longer you go without drinking. So in that first month, your blood pressure is dropping, your brain's starting to grow back, and your cancer promoting pathways are shutting down. But that's not what you notice first. It's the number on your scale. And there's a reason why that nightly glass makes it extremely hard to lose weight beyond the obvious empty calorie thing, which everyone talks about. Something way deeper is happening to your metabolism when you drink. It's what I call your metabolic 911 alarm. Okay, I had no idea about this, but your body cannot store alcohol. It's toxic. So the second it enters your system, your body goes into emergency mode, prioritizing burning alcohol first before it's dealing with fats or carbs. That's why we gain weight and get fatty liver by adding only a few drinks. Plus, alcohol itself is higher in calories, almost double the calories of pure white sugar. That's right. All sugar is 4 calories per gram, but alcohol is 7. So drinking ruins your blood sugar, creates insulin resistance, and promotes fat buildup, especially in your liver. Yeah, it's diabetes in a cup. I used to wonder why I couldn't lose weight, even though I was only having 1 glass of wine a night. I kept eating less and less so I could drink more and more, and it still didn't work. And one day my daughter looked at me and said, "Mom, you're never gonna lose weight. You're just gonna get fatter and fatter, and I'm worried you're gonna get sicker and die." It hit me like a ton of bricks. She wasn't being a mean teen, she was scared. And she was saying what I already knew deep down and did not want to admit. Here's what happened when you stop. Within a month, just 1 month, insulin resistance gets better by 25 to 30% on average, which is great. One study followed 95 moderate to heavy drinkers who went alcohol-free for 1 month. Their insulin resistance improved by 26%. That means their bodies were suddenly way better at controlling sugar. Not drinking restores your metabolic balance. Your liver was super busy processing alcohol. Now it's free to regulate glucose again. You can get normal blood sugar control and steady energy instead of spikes and crashes. And when your metabolism gets better, something else starts to happen that you can actually see. People will start asking you, "What are you doing differently? You look younger," because drinking ages you faster. It dehydrates your skin, sucking moisture out of every cell. It shortens your telomeres, which are the protective caps on your DNA that affect how fast you age. And it breaks down your collagen. So when you stop, the reverse is striking and fast. By 1 week, your skin is way more hydrated and less puffy. You might get what people call a youthful glow. And it's not just because you're sleeping better, although that helps. It's because your skin is actually healthier. These visible changes are awesome. People notice, they comment, they ask questions, but what no one sees is what's happening at night while you're sleeping. Remember how I said your brain volume increases in the first month? Well, that repair work happens during deep sleep, the exact sleep stage alcohol has been stealing from you. Honestly, I used to love having a nightcap before I went to bed because it made me feel super sleepy. And it's not that alcohol doesn't help you get to sleep, because it does. But what's really happening is it's stealing your REM sleep, the deep restorative sleep your brain needs to recover. And it's also when you dream. So you're not fully rested, even though it feels like you've been in bed for 8 hours. Basically, alcohol causes sedation, but not sleep. So you can't even remember that you didn't sleep well. You've got that brain fog and you're super tired the next day. Sound familiar? And that's not helpful for future dementia. But when you stop, you might have worse sleep for the first few nights. It's called REM rebound. Because your brain was being starved of deep REM sleep, suddenly it's trying to catch up. You might notice some bizarre dreams at this point. I did. But within a few weeks, you'll really start to sleep through the night. By 1 month, people report feeling more rested than they have in years, even if they're sleeping the same number of hours. Because it's quality sleep, the kind where your brain actually heals and your body repairs itself. And while your brain is repairing itself at night, there's another system that's been under attack this whole time. If you've ever had that chronic heartburn, the bloat, or just general digestive chaos, here's why. Imagine your intestinal lining is a tightly guarded border crossing, like a waterproof zipper. Alcohol literally pokes holes in the protein zipper between your gut cells. And when that happens, bacterial toxins cross over into your bloodstream where they don't belong, inflaming your entire body. That's what researchers call leaky gut. But here's the good news. By 2 weeks, alcohol-free, your stomach lining begins to heal. GERD, constipation, IBS, it all gets better. I remember hitting the 2-week mark and suddenly realizing my heartburn was just gone. And after years of Tums and avoiding spicy food. So your gut's healing, inflammation's stopping, and suddenly you're sleeping better than you have in years. But there's something else that changes when all these systems start working together again. Something invisible but profound. Alcohol short circuits your stress system and raises your baseline levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. So the drink I was having to relax and de-stress was part of a vicious cycle, creating more and more anxiety in my life. But in just a couple of weeks, your neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, and GABA start to rebalance. By 3 months, your mood swings stabilize, baseline anxiety drops, plus stress reactivity gets better. The fog starts lifting, you feel like yourself again, and maybe even better than yourself. I know I did. So when your body stops aging faster than it should, and you have less anxiety and inflammation, something amazing happens to your body's defense system. If you've been the person who catches every cold going around and it takes forever to recover from minor illness, or you just always feel run down, drinking might be the reason. Even a few drinks can suppress your immune system up to 24 hours. Remember that 911 emergency we were talking about? So if you're drinking on the regular, or even just a couple glasses of wine every day, your immune system is essentially offline. It's like on airplane mode. Personally, I used to get every bug that went around. I thought, well, I'm just getting older. My immune system isn't what it used to be. But it wasn't my age. It was the Cabernet. When you stop, though, your immune system shifts from panic mode to defense mode. Knowing all this science is great, but when I was standing in my kitchen at 5 p.m. staring at that bottle of wine, research papers did not stop Jill Cabernet. But here are 6 things I did that drastically shifted my drinking behavior. First, I needed to replace that ritual. For me, 5 p.m. was wine o'clock. That's my signal. The day was done. Time to relax. So I had to replace it with something else, and I chose TV. I really got into discovering new series and sharing them with my friends. Right now I'm watching The Last Frontier on Apple TV. I love the action. What are you watching? Let me know by leaving a comment below the video. Instead of Cabernet, which I thought was an antioxidant, I have a truly antioxidant pomegranate juice with sparkling water, or when people come over, I pour myself a de-alkalized wine copycat. It seems like most grocery stores carry them now. I love this one, and I put a link below if you want to try it on Amazon. I like their white wine and rosé, but I have not found a red I like yet. But what about going out? At parties, I have a few strategies that work really well. Sometimes I arrive on the late side when everyone's already buzzed and less focused on what I'm drinking. I bring a 6-pack of non-alcoholic beer and sip on it all night. No one ever notices. Or there's always sparkling water, so I just pour myself a big sparkling water and put a little splash of wine or champagne in it. If anyone asks, I say I'm just trying to stay hydrated and I have to get up early in the morning. Simple, no drama. My other trick is to have the bartender put my sparkling water in a cocktail glass with a garnish. It looks just like a vodka soda. And a word of caution, when you've lost weight and don't drink as much, except on special occasions, you are a much bigger lightweight now. So watch out for that. These 6 simple hacks makes drinking less easy. So let's get back to where we started. The question I was terrified to ask after years of drinking, is it too late to undo the damage? Now you know the 9 amazing things that happen when you stop drinking. You're not gonna hear anywhere else. Blood pressure drops within days, brain volume increases within weeks, cancer promoting pathways are shut off, insulin resistance improves by 25% in about a month, your gut barrier heals, your sleeping architecture restores, your immune system rebounds, your skin glows, and your mood stabilizes. So yeah, it's not too late. Even if you've been drinking for decades, your body is designed to heal itself, and it's waiting for you to give it a chance. Now that you know what happens when you stop drinking, this alone won't get you longevity, because the #1 killer of women over 50 isn't drinking, and it's not cancer. It's heart attacks, and Christmas is the most deadly day. If you want to know why and make sure this is not you, watch my next video. See you there, because your health is the ultimate luxury.